Bonjour, bonjour, and welcome to another watch along. It is the FA Cup fourth round still, a tournament that Arsenal no longer in, so quit your banter now. I'm Gav Mack, and that is Stephen Buck. How are you, dude?
I'm doing very well, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Wycombe versus Spurs. It's not the first time they've met in the FA Cup in recent years either, is it?
No, I think they met under the Pochettino era, and that was a bit of a scare, if I remember rightly. So
Well, as you know,
hopefully,
Pochettino is now winning trophies, so
wow, yeah, it's Mickey Mouse League.
all trophies matter. So you can subscribe to us on all social media platforms at Two at Top Football on all social media. And did you know if you put Two at Top into Google, our name comes up first? And now you do. So at Two at Top Football on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitter. I've already said Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, you name it, we're there. And as I said, on Google, if you put our name in, our name comes up first, which is pretty damn cool. Let's have a look at some lineups. So, just getting that on the screen. So you'll be able to see the Wycombe lineup and the Tottenham lineup. There you go. So there they are. If I'm honest, I'm not overly au fait with a lot of the Wycombe boys, but I do know it a tiny bit, because my boy Kev over in Norway is a giant Wycombe fan, which I know sounds really random, but he's had an affiliation to these boys for quite some time, and he's given me a bit of insight on some of these players. So as I go through it, it appears to be a 4-3-3, so we'll see how they line up. It's Allsop in goal. And then a back four, what it appears to, of Jacobson, McCarthy, Knight, and Grimmer. A midfield three of Thompson, Wheeler, and Bloomfield. And then a front three of Onyedema, Musquet, and Ikpeazu. And I've been told that we need to keep an eye out for this keeper, Allsop, because he's meant to be a pretty tidy keeper, so I'm hoping that's not a jinx and then he concedes in the first 30 seconds. And we also need to keep an eye out for McCarthy as well at the back, who looks like a bit of a name. And then the Tottenham lineup looks like a 4-3-3/4-2-3-1 with Joe Hart in goal, who is the cup goalkeeper, and then a back four of Davis, Alderweireld, Sanchez, and finally we get to see some Tanganga action, which I'm loving. A midfield two of Sissoko and Winks, and then in front of those two are Bale, Mora, and Lamella, with Carlos Vinicius up front. Buck, I didn't realise how old Vinicius actually was. He's like 25.
Yeah, he's not a kid, mate. He's not a kid. But when you're shopping around in the market and you need another centre forward, and the trouble that Spurs have always had for the last few seasons is, one, they haven't got the money to go and buy someone that's an equivalent to Kane. So you're looking at an older player or a younger player or a player with lesser experience, and most of them don't want to come to Spurs because they don't want to play second fiddle. So I'm actually reasonably impressed that Vinicius thinks enough of himself to come in and get himself some minutes and say, yeah, I've got to come in, I'm going to try and stake my claim and try and have a go. And he's not actually looked that bad when he has played.
I agree. I've actually been quite impressed with him. Every time he has played, he's been able to do something. I'm not going to go into the Marine game because I think
it's a charity game.
Yeah, and it was also quite embarrassing from his point of view, you know, with the Mbappe style celebrations. But I will say that when he's played in the Europa League in particular, he's looked quite a tidy prospect.
Yeah, and he's had quite a lot of European football anyway. I mean, you know, he's played in the Europa League. He knows what he's doing when he gets a European competition. So actually, he looks comfortable there. But it's a massive transition to come from Europa League, even sort of, you know, the first couple of games worth on a Champions League level, Spanish division, French divisions, Portuguese divisions. They're nowhere near as physically demanding as the Premier League. And that's always the thing for all these players. It takes them a long time to get used to it. But I've been impressed with him so far. I think he's certainly not done himself, you know, any disjustice. He's looked decent when he's had some time on the pitch. Is he a like-for-like replacement to Harry Kane? No, I don't think he will be. If Spurs ever lost Kane, and I think they will do at some point, he certainly isn't the man to go and replace him in the long term, but who is?
Let's have a look at Wycombe, it's their highest they've ever been in the league system. They are playing championship football. They're buzzing. As you know, we went down there. We had a good chat with a few of the guys down at Wycombe. but they're rock bottom of the championship. The future isn't looking bright for them. You know, after today, they've got Brentford away. They've got a tough one against Birmingham. Week Tuesday, they've got Forest, Sheffield Wednesday. They're down there with them. How do you feel that Wycombe will be able to approach this game, and what's their mentality going into this?
I think they've just got to treat this as a bit of almost as a bonus fixture. You know, their priority is the league. They've had a tough season, but they expected to have a tough season. You know, they haven't come up. They're not a club that's got loads and loads and loads of money. They were never going to go and splash the cash and just sign everyone to desperately try and stay in the championship. They were treating this as kind of a bonus season and a chance to give the club some stability. I think they've got to come at this and play the game quite pragmatically. You know, Spurs it's a very much changed Spurs lineup. It's not the full strength Spurs that, you know, they would have been worried about facing with the likes of Son and Kane, you know, so it's not the same Spurs lineup that they maybe would have been expecting.
Yeah.
Then Spurs are not actually they're not in a great range of form at the minute. You know, defensively, they've got a horrible habit of leaking late goals. And actually, just even if we get a goal up, Spurs will not shut up shop. They try to, but they don't. And they will let you back in and they will give you chances. So, you know, I think they've got to come here, play a little bit pragmatically in the first 45 minutes, try and make sure they come in at half time within touching distance, and then come out second half and try and have a go.
Yeah. Okay. Kev is watching along with us on YouTube, so you can, of course, subscribe to our channel that way. So there's going to be a lot of comment from Kev as the show continues, because he is, as I said, a giant Wycombe fan and is watching live with us from Norway. He reckons the score is going to be 2-1 to the Chairboys. I can't see that happening. I would love it. It would be hilarious if it did. And Adebayo Akinfenwa, Northampton Town legend, is on the bench. So, you know, he could come on. He could come on and score a banger. And I would love that. I would absolutely buzz just for the whole banter of it all. Really, really would. But yeah, they're just putting the team lineups on the screen. And I'm looking at the Spurs bench. You know, they have got Kane on there. They have got Son, Højbjerg's there, Bergwijn, Aurier, and Ndombele. It's a very strong bench that Tottenham have put out.
It's an extremely strong bench. But you expect that with Mourinho's sides. You know, he used to do that when he was managing Chelsea. Rotate the squad, keep all the big names on the bench. And if they did need them, he'd call on them all. He would expect to win this game. You know, that he will do. The interesting thing for me is I'd love seeing Tanganga's name on the team sheet.
Me too.
You know, I know it's taken a couple of injuries. You know, Aurier's out; he's got an injury. Or is it Aurier that's injured and Doherty's sick, or it's the other way around? But it's taken an opportunity for him.
He's got COVID, hasn't he?
Yeah, allegedly.
Just doesn't fancy it.
No, he doesn't.
Made a mistake. He should have stayed at Wolves. That's what it is.
He's not been the same player since Wolves, but he's been playing more as a fullback rather than as a wing back. So it's a different position of game. I'd love to see how Tanganga gets on. Is Mourinho going to let Tanganga really sort of be the one to push on, a bit like he did when he made his debut and he was playing against Liverpool in, I think it was in the Premier League, or is he going to ask that of Davis and say to Tanganga, no, you're the guy that sits. You know, you are going to make up my three as my back three. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. Sanchez, for me, is a little bit of a worry. He's got a nasty habit of falling asleep midway through a game and then several times after midway through a game as well.
I don't know many Spurs fans that do actually like Sanchez, to be honest. Oh, we're away, by the way. We are about 30 seconds in. Of course, it is still 0-0. I'll say, of course, it was only the Napoli game at the weekend. There was a goal after 9 seconds, and it's not even the quickest goal in the Serie A this season.
Blimey.
Yeah, Lozano bagged after literally 9 seconds.
Well, I'm glad we're playing today because did you know it's David Gino's birthday?
Oh, is it? PSG legend.
Absolutely. Le Magnifique himself.
Honestly,
what a player. I know we've spoken about it before. We were talking on Thursdays and on various shows, but when he scored that goal against Barnsley in the FA Cup, there's a shot coming in here. What a goal that was.
What a goal.
I mean, he was just... he was an incredible
I
player.
thought you meant the shot just then. I was like,
Oh,
what
no.
about bunter? I do have to leave you there for a second because I left my charger in the kitchen. So let me go and grab it.
In comes the corner ball. Back post. Nothing of it. I'm loving the pajamas, by the way. It's like the top
Nice
pajamas, Gav, the pajamas. Like it's like the top half of you woke up this morning, the upper half stayed in bed.
I wear these as joggers. I wore these to Tesco yesterday.
Oh my god! Please tell me you didn't go to Tesco's in a pair of fluffy slippers as well.
I don't own a pair of fluffy slippers. You should
Thank
know
God for that.
I've got way too much swag for that. But no, yeah, I'll wear these like joggers, and I couldn't give two hoots, frankly. I think they're sick. They're so comfortable. It's unreal. More comfortable than any pair of joggers that I own.
I don't even own a pair of joggers.
Don't you?
No,
to be fair, I didn't own joggers until I came out of my chav stage, which is weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I sort of went backwards in life.
Yeah, no joggers for me, mate. I'm literally, it's like jeans, always been jeans, and obviously like trousers if you're going to work. Trousers.
That's another corner for Tottenham. Only 3 minutes into the game. It's 2 corners now. So that could be quite interesting if you put a bet on corners. I have not. Just, some people do like to have a little flutter on corners. Can't trust the results nowadays. No game has gone to extra time and or penalties in the FA Cup so far in round 5. Oh, Gareth. Got to score that. You've got to score that as a header there.
Mate, I'm all out. So the thing with Bale, right? There was a lot of hype amongst all the Spurs fans when he was coming back, and I think it depends on how you assess it. If you assess it as, did he give the club the lift as a club and as a fan base and as the team and the players? I think he did.
For the fan base point of view, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Was he?
But I don't think from anything else.
No, I think you did get a little bit of a lift in terms of the players because they weren't. I mean, they weren't. They were still sitting, and they had been for 12 months sitting on the fact that they stuffed the Champions League. So it did give them a lift. Has he been a great purchase in terms of what he's delivered on the pitch at the minute?
Not even close.
Have to say no.
Not even close. He has had no impact, no meaningful impact into Tottenham whatsoever since he's been there on the pitch.
No.
It's actually been quite disappointing because it's almost like people were moaning saying, oh yeah, he's had injuries and stuff. He hasn't actually been injured much over the last couple of years at Real Madrid. He has been out for times, but there's a lot of it where he just wasn't fancied. There's a lot of drama surrounding him. So when he comes to Spurs, I was thinking, oh, okay, get yourself a run in the team, get some action going. There's Gareth Ainsworth, absolute legend. He loves it. Love his Barnet, proper rock star he is.
Honestly, someone get that man a guitar.
He's actually in a band. he plays in a band.
Is he actually in a real band?
Yeah.
A decent one?
I don't know. I don't listen to his music. I'm not really...
Or is he just Guitar Hero on the Wii?
Not really into that sort of music and that, you know what I mean? So... But apparently it's really good. So if you do like your rocky stuff, then yeah, go check out his stuff. I'm going to try and find out his name of his band. I'll put it in there. Bit of free advertising.
Yeah. Anyway, so going back to Bale. Yeah, in terms of the investment, it was certainly worth a punt. And if it worked out, it would have been, save.
Oh, come on, Wycombe.
Save.
Almost caught him out there. It is near post there. Cracking header.
See, Bale, that's how you're meant to do it, mate. Like, connect with the ball, put it on target. make the keeper work. From a similar sort of distance out as well. So there's no excuses. Not when you're paid 300 grand a week and you've won every trophy known to man. But yeah, I think he has been disappointing as a flop. We all knew we were never going to go and get.
Oh, there's another one as well, right under the keeper's nose. That one for the corner. Was that Jacobson?
It's another corner.
They're naughty, those corners, man. They just said that he scored two from direct corners. That's a madness, that is. It's nice. To be honest, from Joe Hart's point of view, it's actually nice to get some feels on the ball early doors as well. So the fact he kept him out.
I mean, it might make him concentrate a bit more as well. You know, having those early warnings, it just sharpens you up, doesn't it? There's a break from
here comes Spurs. Oh, the flag's up. Vinicius was just slightly offside. So like Kev said, if you had to give up 2 first-team players for the one and only player you want, who would you give away and for who? Oh, that's a good question. So you got to give away 2, for the only player you want. Spurs fans aren't going to answer that because it's like, well, we've got Harry Kane, so don't need anyone else.
No, you always need somebody else. Right now, we need some creativity in terms of the midfield. And I still think we need another proper leader as a centre half. We've not really replaced Vertonghen. Both the centre halves are right-footed, and for a long time, when you had the Alderweireld-Vertonghen partnership, you had 2 ball-playing centre halves, one left-footed, one right-footed, and it gives you a completely different dynamic when you try and play. So we've not replaced that. So hold on, let me.
So who would you
give up?
Yeah,
who would I give up?
2 first-team players.
Starting 11 already in the first team.
Starting 11. I'm going.
Starting 11.
2 players that are guaranteed to start for you.
Get rid of Sissoko.
I
mean, he's 30. I think he's 32 now, anyway.
Yeah, it's 32. Yeah.
And apart from a bit of energy and running around, he doesn't really bring a lot to the way we play. So I'd get rid of him. And despite having a really good season, I would.
He doesn't give you a lot of energy.
No, he gives a lot of energy, but he doesn't bring much else.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said he doesn't give. I was thinking, what planet are you on, mate?
No. He's a workhorse, but he doesn't bring much else.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Didier Zakora.
Oh my God, remember him?
Didier Zakora. Lots of running.
Oh, that's good strength.
That's about it. So I'd get rid of him, and I would get rid of Serge Aurier. He's had a good season, but.
And who would you get in place of those 2?
I don't think one player would fix us, if I'm honest. We need more than one player. What would I get?
Put it this way, at the Arsenal, someone who, well, at the moment, it's sort of changed over the last 5 games for people that are guaranteed to start, because one of those that was guaranteed to start every game was going to be Willian, which is frustrating. But personally, I would get rid of Gabriel, and I would get rid of Aubameyang, and then I would go all out and get a top striker from the Bundesliga. And there's a number of players that I would like to have a look at, but I know a few Arsenal fans will be like, "Oh, Gabriel's been our best defender and stuff," but he's left-footed, and so is Pablo Mari. And I personally think that Pablo Mari is a much better centre half than he is. So that's that. And then Aubameyang is 32, so get rid of him and save your money. Or I definitely wouldn't go for who Stephen Cotton just said, because I can't even find it in my soul to put it on the screen. I know what Cotton will do. He'll just log in and put it on the screen himself. So I'll probably have to do it. But I can't wait to get rid of Bale. Damn right, mate.
Who do you think he could get rid of first, Bale or Jedson Fernandes?
Just terminate the loan.
I bet they can't.
Of course, it can.
Nah,
of course, it can. Any loan deal can be terminated for whatever reason you want.
I'd put money on it. Levy's got some sort of weird clause in there that in order to get the 50% and the right financial breakup meant that there was no ability to cancel it after 12 months.
Not buying it. And that guy, Andre Silva, definitely not. Definitely not. I'll take your boy, mate. You Luka Jovic all day. All
Who
day.
would you get rid of first, though? So, as the Arsenal fans, the relevant neutral, really, to be honest, Spurs squad. We're not going to count Jedson. We're not going to count Bale because actually they're not our players. They're on loan. They're not ours. So, who do you get rid of? Who's the two?
I don't think I could argue with that really, because I look at your team, and I'll probably say Davinson Sanchez.
Yeah.
But then by doing that, it leaves you light at the back. But then you got Rodon, so I would probably say get rid of him. And I would. I don't know if it would be worth getting rid of either Son or Kane and using that money to just go out and do whatever you want. But you can only get in one player, so to speak. So, if it's only just one player, then I wouldn't get rid of either of them. But if you're able to rebuild your squad, I'll get rid of both of them.
I'm kind of with you. If you could get enough money that you could properly rebuild the squad, and I trust that we could rebuild the squad.
Oh, Bale whistles one wide,
and that's a big question mark for me. Because the last time we had a lot of money was when we sold Bale and we tried to rebuild the squad.
Yeah, and
how many of them worked out? Like what? Ericsson? None of them really have actually.
Ericsson worked out. He was all right.
But 1 in 7 players that they bought at the time. Most people can't even name the 7 that turned up.
I did actually know at a point, but we could have a look at that. So they could terminate his loan, but they still have to keep paying Madrid. Yeah. So might as well stay. Might as well, the golf courses are open, aren't they?
Yeah, Hadley Woods is a very good golf course.
Yeah,
it's a cracking golf course down there.
Free to go around Hadley Way. Did Tottenham know the goals on the side of our team all night? We'll have a look because I can. I don't know. I think what will happen is Spurs will when they're breaking, they do look pretty good. It's
got to come wide.
It's got to go earlier.
The thing is, that's a lack of trust though from Moira. He's seen him have 2 shots already and not work out. So he's like, do I fancy just having a pop myself rather than putting Bale through?
I mean, what I'm finding quite interesting is that your 3 and behind Vinicius are all interchanging, because one moment it's Moura running down the left. Moment before it was Lamela, and then prior to that it was Bale, and then Bale just popped up on the right hand side. So I think that might cause a bit of disruption for the Wycombe backline, which is exactly what you want. You want to really and truly, you want to get a goal as early as possible, get it over and done with, so you can then just crack on.
It's when we play out from deep that I really notice the difference in not having Højbjerg in the side. The leadership, the communication, the direction of the play. I mean, we've spoken about this a number of times. Brilliant player. But there's no one else in that midfield that takes charge and conducts the play.
And for just £15 million,
they just don't know what to do with it. It looks very static.
Not seeing enough of Jaffet. I want to see that guy bombing down.
I don't think he's been told to. It's been Davis. It's been told, right, you get forward. Jaffet, you stay back and almost play as my third centre half.
He needs to go get some game time, man. He is Premiership. Oh, that's a hit from distance from Moura. He looks hungry though today. He's definitely trying to play to, guarantee some more game time. Has he kept that in? He's kept that in. Fair play to him.
Oh. Harry Winks.
Go on, Wycombe. Oh, there was 2 men going for him.
Harry Winks was the sort of pulling out challenge that even on Saturday or Sunday at our level, mate, we would get absolutely hammered for it.
Oh, that's not a very nice ball to defend. And that was Davinson Sanchez who sort of attempted to leave it. But it's gone out for a goal kick now. Yeah, horrible ball. Yeah, Davinson, man, sort your Barnet out as well. I know I can't talk, but you know, is Trim's through choice. Not about that, man.
I'd borrow his Barnet if he shaves it off.
That was awful, man.
I think it's the Barclay card advert that I like. You've got the guy sitting there penciling, doodling away, and he puts his pencil in his afro. And every time he does it, I just think, if I had an afro, I'd do that as well. It just looks cool. I just want to put a pencil in it and just stand there for a while.
Just grow your hair out and get curtains again, mate. Put your hair in that.
Mate, I've been growing it out for 10 years before I'd even managed to get anywhere near just a short back and sides.
Just get down to advanced hair studios and see Goffey and that. Oh, here's the ball. Oh no, mate. Oh, you could have let that one go, dude. Oh, Wycombe fancy this today, you know.
Mate, they're up for it.
They fancy it. It would be so damn funny if they won.
Oh, don't. I need to go and get me 2 up top t-shirt and change it just in case.
Oh, the backup.
The backup t-shirt. I mean, it looks like they're trying to play Harry Winks as the main sort of playmaker in midfield, but he's either dropping too deep or he's not dropping deep enough. So actually, it just becomes quite static. A couple of times he tried to pick the ball up, turn on it, and play a straight through ball to try and split the 2 lines in midfield. But it's just not quite working, and there's no variation to the play. I like the fact that he's trying to look forward and play forward, but there has to be some variation to it.
Yeah. Oof. Right, so it's a free kick for Wycombe, just on the halfway line. But they're trying to play a big, deep one. Davinson Sanchez there to head it away, and then it's hooked clear.
That's offside.
Oh, it's got to be a mile off.
That's offside.
Yeah. Ben Davies tried to release Vinicius early, but a bit too early.
He's looked lively these few minutes, Vinicius. I mean, he can't read a line at the minute, but he looks like he's up for a lot of running today and wants to.
Yeah, it's all good running, but if you haven't got any end product, there's no point. Just why waste your energy? I know you're trying to impress but like it doesn't matter how hard you impress. You can score hat-trick, 6 goals, 12 goals in every game that you're allowed to feature in, but he is not starting. It will be Kane.
He's not going to start over Kane. No one. I mean, they're probably.
But that's bad because this is why City have done so well. Like in seasons where they've had a fully fit squad, they will happily put Aguero on the bench. What's wrong with him? Nothing. Just going to put Jesus up front instead, or Negredo, or Dzeko. You know, over years gone by. Do you know what I mean? So they've been able to do that. Spurs, it's like Kane starts irrelevant. No matter what happens, Kane is starting the game, and it's not good for him. It ends up in burnout and injury, and he normally gets an injury in Jan and is out until April. This time round, has actually kept himself fit, which is a rarity.
But I think that's deliberate on Mourinho's part. If you look at how Kane used to play under Poch, there was still Kane really bought into that pressing mentality that Poch brought in. And his work rate, the pressing, the intensity, the shutting down defence lines, even if it was only a 50-50 ball, he'd charge at it and put himself in there to try and make that block, to try and get the ball back and recover it. That's a big difference between what he's done then to what he's done this season under Mourinho.
So Mourinho, he doesn't press. He's just, just make sure you stay behind the ball.
But rather
make sure you can recover Toby.
Well, that as well, yeah. But apart from just pushing high up, actually what he's asked him to do is drop deeper and deeper and play more like a number 10.
Oh, Sissoko. Oh, he's giving up the run. He's giving up the run. That's naughty.
Oh,
Sissoko,
naughty
that
little
was
back heel there.
is
Sissoko
Davis.
trying to get in the way of the ball.
Oh, Bale, that
Bale
touch
trampolining
is
his foot.
disgustingly bad.
Mate.
This guy was once revered as the best player, one of the best players in the world, easily top 3.
I'm not having that your touch went because you haven't played much football in 2 years.
No, you're a pro footballer. It's Miller. That's got to be a foul, isn't it? No foul given there by the skipper on Bale.
I think they're playing.
Is that Davis now winks? Bale again.
Do you think if Bale gets 3 or 4 like proper solid knocks that narc him a little bit, that you suddenly see, I don't know, just a bit more edge, motivation, and hunger? Because that's what's missing.
No.
There is no hunger in his game at all.
No, he's getting paid. He's getting paid a lot of money.
But you can get paid a lot of money and still be hungry. You look at Cristiano
Yeah,
Ronaldo.
I know. Yeah, but they're both built in completely different ways. This is another corner. Tanganga, nice bit of defending there, but it has gone for another corner. It's on the wrong side, though, I would say, for putting pressure on, like how they did with the first couple of corners that they had.
I wonder if they stick with the same tactic, though. You know, they've drilled both those 2 corners towards the near post, kept things pretty tight towards where the keeper's going to stand.
Thing is, Jacobson's got a wand of a left peg. That's he won't be able to do it from this side. I don't think they've got anyone in their locker that'll be able to do that. That's quite a deep corner.
Yeah, a lot of looping. Not a lot of pace on that.
Wycombe want and ball. They're not getting it. That Musquay won himself a throw in. Spurs look shaky at the back, I ain't going to lie.
They've looked shaky at the back most of the season, though.
Yeah, I know, but this is Wycombe.
I'd say it's more balls around, but it's definitely hits his hand.
Yeah, you don't give that, to be fair.
But
no,
it's definitely his hand.
Yeah, you don't give that. Spurs are trying to get the game going quickly. It's like, mate, I like the fact that you're playing with intense, like with urgency, I should say, but it's Wycombe. Oh, this might be a
finish
that. Golazzo! 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 Gol de Wycombe, gol de Wycombe, gol de Wycombe, gol de Wycombe, gol de Wycombe. Oh,
that all come from that battle with
Freddie. Yeah, I've just done said it as well.
Look at that. It's just, there's a battle going on between Alderweireld and the number 9. He gets out muscled, but it's a lovely finish on the run. Just literally straight off your instep, inside post.
Gol de Wycombe, gol de Wycombe, gol de Wycombe. Oi. Gol Wycombe.
Well.
Hey.
Now, Wycombe now going to change the way they play and now
play exactly the same. It's worked. Yes, I am looking for the spelling of his surname because I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to offend anyone. Yes.
Even Harry Kane and Son shaking their heads, looking at each other, going, "What the hell?"
Man, they're going to bring him. They're going to have to bring him on. Well, we sort of have. He is actually part of a band. He is actually part of a band, Cotton. So, if you could actually, I'll tell you what, can you do a bit of research on that band for me, please? In the meantime, and then we'll come back to you in a mo. We are. Oh dear, you had this drama against Norwich last year. You had this drama. You had beef against Middlesbrough last year. Oh, it's good, mate. That's what I love about players at the back. Yeah, player at the back ghosting in.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, the drama started way before that. He's wearing my number as well. Go on, lad. Literally, all they need to do is do exactly the same. Play exactly the same way. Watch the game in the basement living room, and Wycombe scores. Screaming, the mother-in-law's knocking from the floor upstairs. Love that. Love that. Make more noise. Enjoy this moment. You have scored more goals in the fourth round of the FA Cup than Arsenal have, so take advantage of it, mate. Love that. Go on, Sean. Sign him up.
Oh, that's not a great clearance there.
No, sort of got away with that. Oi, don't let these Championship basement boys bully ya. They look scared, Spurs. Tell you what, I wouldn't mind another one for Wycombe. That'd be a right laugh.
Oh, go on, Lucas.
Oh, that's a great touch from Lucas, to be fair.
Now he's got to release
There's
it.
Bale.
Oh, well.
Cut inside Navadigson. Cut inside Navadigson. No. Greedy prick. He's decided to take it on his right peg and he's hit the side netting. He's trying too hard. Or is he trying it at all? I'm trying to work it out. I think he's trying too hard to stand out. I think he just turns up and thinks he could do it all. There's a lot of blue shirts in the box there, to be fair.
There's not that much. I mean, even if he tucks back inside on his left again, there was another two Wycombe guys.
He could have done that.
There's not the angle for it, but...
Oh, no, this ain't good. Jacobson's down. Can't allow to be offside, to be injured here. He is key.
Like he's going to be moving much. He's staying down.
He's been brilliant so far this half. And his deliveries have been something special as well. Oh, dear.
The fact that he's not moving, that suggests...
Tells a story, doesn't it? Players nowadays.
Yeah. When they're rolling around the place, you know, there's nothing wrong. They've just scratched a fingernail somewhere. When they're lying still, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's going to be a hamstring, ankle ligament, knee injury. Okay, fine. Fair enough. It's an injury. What happens there? There's no contact. Does it just roll it? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, right hamstring. Right hamstring. Kid Spurs fan as well. Yeah, I thought that. Well, you know way more about Wycombe than I do, Kev. But I looked at that. I was like, he's been brilliant so far this half. Oh man, I wouldn't aggravate that. There's a tough run of fixtures trying to survive in the Championship, so I won't risk it. Go on, chase that down. Oh my lord. Joe Hart didn't fancy coming for that at all. Oh, mate, Sanchez, man. Mate, how can an Arsenal fan be sat here and being worried about Sanchez?
Well, you're not signing him anytime soon, mate. So
well, if he goes to Chelsea first, if he goes to Chelsea first, we've got every chance of signing him.
Oh man, honestly, he's just a bit of a... I don't even know where it was when he first signed up for Ajax. You know, he actually kind of looked like he had a bit of just something about him. Yeah, he had his pace, He was strong. He looked confident. And the more we've tried to turn him into a ball-playing centre-half, the worse he's looked. It seems like the more time he has to think, the more he just looks out of place.
It annoys me because like one game he'll look amazing, and then like 5 games in a row he'll look absolutely dog.
He looks good when he's under the cosh, but that's because he's not given time to think.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he's not got to worry about positional, because you know where you've got to stand when you're firmly under it. You stand much deeper. And everything is diving, blocks and sliding tackles. Well, that's great, but you need to learn to read it better.
Oh,
so
the way ref. Oh, Lamella.
So
Try a little scooper over to Davis. And Wheeler knocks it out for a corner. Deep. Second half she pulled in this game after Spurs pull their own on that opening goal. Boom. That's the boys at 4 Max 1 Toffee. Make sure you subscribe to their channel. And if you don't, then you're not worth knowing. I'd rather take a win today, relegated. It's over Oxford again. Yeah, exactly. Who's your rival at the moment? You could argue that it's like Watford, but that's still a bit of a mish, isn't it? You know, Reading, maybe. Reading's a bit rivalry. But no, Oxford, definitely Oxford, isn't it? It's the closest. Yeah, because we were like, oh, where should we drive to after here?
Well, we never go back to Watford again, are we?
No, pricks. And their fans. I said it.
Honestly, they thought they were Premier League, and they're like, mate, you're
like, yeah, exactly, Kev. Watford who? I don't know, mate. I don't know. How dare I even say that on air?
Watford. No, they're dead to us. not going there again.
Oh, I really hope Jacobson's all right. Ian.
No, there's no way.
Damn it. Oh, so Jacobson has had to come off and Charles has come on in his position. I'm devastated, man. That's as a key player, especially when it comes to set pieces, his whips, man. He already put Hart under pressure twice inside 2 or 3 minutes with a couple of corners. One that was like stuck right on his nose. He did not like that. And the other one just underneath the bar as well. Is that not a foul? No, but that's a corner. Look at that. Typical. Corner on the right-hand side.
Davis playing it off his big.
This is Jacobson, but he's come off. Pezu's absolute tank, isn't he? Look at him. Standing next to Davinson.
Mate, he's an absolute unit.
Here comes the whip. Poor corner. Don't care what league you're in, who you're from, whatever you are, you're a pro footballer. You should be able to beat the man at near post. Oh, good toes, that. Oh. Is looking all right. Yes, you know it. You know it. You know it. You know it. I'm with you there. You know that. Don't like Spurs. But we're good, though. We are good. Here comes Spurs now. This time, that's a deflection shot. Oh, how's he got away with that? Shot from Sissoko. It's deflected. It's bounced off the corner of the bar and the post by the looks of it and gone straight into Walsop's arms. That is literally right off the upper Renani. Look at that.
I mean, it's a 1-2 off the bar.
Oh, straight into the keeper's hands. Right, it's things like that which make you think it's not my day. Doesn't it?
No, he's a lucky boy.
Oh, massively. Horrible deflection. Keeper would have had no chance if that was on target. Oh, that's a foul.
Yeah.
Referee's playing on the advantage.
Oliver is not having any of that. He's like, no, I've got to give you a shove now.
Yeah, but the thing is, like these sort of teams, no offense to them in that, they don't want the advantage. That's a great
That's
tackle.
a great tackle. I love
Look
it.
at that. Can't sign have a dig, pal.
Mate, that was on my player, and I like that tackle. You know, Højbjerg's in the background sitting there going, yeah, I'd have done that.
Yeah,
I've been proud of that one.
I like that.
It's a dying art. I love a good challenge.
Yeah, it don't happen often enough nowadays.
No, everything's scripted and trying to play it like just nicking the ball off away from the toes and that kind of stuff. But actually, to see a good committed challenge going in, it's clean.
Well, I'm a bit annoyed with Lucas Moura there because the pace of that ball was pretty much the players were almost at walking pace, allowing that ball to go out of play. Why isn't Moura busting the gut and trying to keep that ball in, or at least put the defender under pressure? He's 1-0 down in the FA Cup. I've got beef with that. Don't like that.
Nah. Rock and roll football.
You know it. I think dressing gown might be going on in a couple of mows.
Oh, no. You getting chilly, are you?
Yeah, man.
You getting the old chill blains?
Oh, he's offside if he goes to that. Clear dope.
Come on, bring it down. Get some control back.
Oh, my God. Gareth Bale.
That's offside.
Oh, that's a great knock. Yeah, he is offside. Fine, he's in a Pepe Inzaghi.
But is it a run? Is he not? No, he's not bending his run. It's just not
The name of the band. The name of the band. The Cold Blooded Hearts. Told you they're in a band.
Right. Cold Blooded Hearts.
We're on Spotify.
Do we need to make a date and go and see them and check them out at some point?
No.
No. No.
No. No, not for me.
Nah, we like Wycombe. I think we should check the band out.
Yeah, I like Wycombe. I do like Wycombe as a club. Oh, that was good taste from Bale, to be fair.
Oh.
Too much juice on the final pass. Right, if he'd just come on the pitch and made a pass like that, I'll be like, okay, fair enough. You know, you've only just come on. You're getting used to the pace of the game and the ball and the pitch and that sort of stuff. You've been playing 40 minutes, pal.
When you're talking about a player that's won as many trophies as what he has played for one of the biggest clubs in the world, won the biggest tournament in the world, and let's be honest, injury or rustiness or not, has always turned it on for Wales.
Yeah. That's a foul. Yeah, has to be a foul.
It is a massive letdown.
It's a fall from grace. That's what it is. It's an absolute fall from grace. And it's annoying because I'd much rather watch him like just walking around the pitch in the MLS. I'm actually devastated that we are watching the demise of a player like this.
I mean, we all kind of hope that, he'd go back to a club that loved him, and it'd be that whole Harry Redknapp thing where it's just a player that needs his art, someone put their arm around him, tell him they love him, and all of a sudden he just flourishes. And you get a little bit of the whole, you had a lot of that over at Bolton Wanderers when Sam Allardyce was in charge, where you take an aging player and all of a sudden he'd find another 18 months, 2 years out of him. I mean, JJ Okocha, what?
Djorkaeff, Hierro, Ivan
Campo, brilliant. But actually with Bale, it's not done that at all, is it?
No.
We're not watching a phoenix coming out of the ashes. We're literally watching a player tarnishing his legacy now, I think.
Yeah.
It's to the point of, are we actually going to remember what Bale was like? Are we going to remember the spectacular goals that he scored in the Copa del Rey or the Champions League overhead kick?
Oh, of course we will. Of course we will. But of course we're going to remember all that. Do you know what I mean? Because they're like key iconic moments.
Just remember that moment.
Is Lamella.
And that's the problem. You'll remember the goal, but you won't remember the actual player. You'll remember the playing golf. You'll remember the golf Wales.
Oh, we'll see what I mean.
In that order. the sulking, the couldn't be bothered to play, the laughing when he's on the bench. That's what we'll remember.
Man, he's got to slide that through to Lucas Moura. And I just held the comms. Yeah, it's a shot on target for Spurs. Come on, man.
It's only taken 41 minutes.
Let's not talk about stats like that, because barely a shot on target, is it? It's just p-rolled it.
Nah. And let's be honest, this is not or should not have been a tricky fixture. This is not one you'd have drawn out the hat and gone, oh, all right, that could be a slippery one. With all due respect to Wycombe, it wouldn't have made Spurs think, ooh, could be difficult.
No, and it's one of those situations where people will moan, because I know there's been lots of moans. Or it's free kick in a dangerous position on the right-hand side of the box, given away by Harry Winks.
Mate, they've not looked right.
It pays you ain't happy about that at all. It pays you. Look at the size of him, man.
I'm impressed that Harry Winks managed to knock him down, to be honest.
Well, yeah, he sort of like caught him right in the back of the leg. He had no choice but to go down. And like Lucas Moura was trying to give it oh, mate, he went down a bit easy. I think not in that angle. Not buying that.
Mate, they just don't look right, Spurs. They've not settled into a rhythm. They're trying to force things when they don't need to. Midfield has got gaps all over the place.
Oh, how ledge would it be if Wycombe back just for half time?
I'd say if they do, Spurs won't come back from it.
Of course they will. They bring on Kane in.
No, we won't come back from 2-0 down.
Oh, that's not a bad effort, that. That's not a bad effort. I wouldn't have gone for that post, but then that's probably why he went for it. Tried to swing it right round. Well, it's not a bad effort, that. It's hit the side netting. Yeah, Gown's going on, man. Oh, chilly. Oh. Here she comes. You love it. I love my dressing gown, man.
The obvious change for me is bring Højbjerg on. I know they're chasing the goal, but actually what they need.
Kane off, get Bale off.
That as well. But then if he can't
dig.
get minutes and he can't actually do anything in front of Wycombe, he's not going to do anything for the rest of the season. And you need that to alleviate Kane to some degree.
Well, you've got Europa League, haven't you? You've got that random team from wherever, Austria or whatever it is. Right, this is an important corner right now, and you need to do something with this. So you take it short. I hate short corners.
It's off the bar!
It's off the bar! Oh, Jaffet! Oh, Jaffet, man. Oh, poor bastard. See, if Spurs do score, I want it to be someone like him.
That?
Oh, get him off, man. Get him off. Pay the money. Just terminate the loan now. Gareth Bale is so dead. It's unreal, man. Onside. Oh, look at that.
Did you see Davinson Sanchez there going, do I have to clear this ball or not?
Yeah, he ain't got a clue.
Doesn't know where he is. Doesn't know which post he's got head into or not. I think that's why he concedes the own goals.
Yeah, when he got a new shirt number, I was thinking he's going to be playing more games, because he's like number 39 or something. It's like, no, he's coming down the numbers, and like, that means something to me. 3 minutes? 3 minutes? Yeah, that's all Jacobson's fault, innit? Guys, some no cigar. For that, my heart almost blew up. You'll be all right for a bit anyway. Just try and keep it tight. Let's just get yourselves to half time. Get your 15 minutes rest. And then literally same again.
Better ball. Oh,
much better ball. Really good defending there. what I'm really enjoying about Wycombe is that they're keeping their shape really well. Like they get themselves back in.
Oh!
Oh,
Is he off or is he on?
just as I say that about them keeping their shape and all that sort of stuff. Gareth Bale bags. Oh, piss off. That's a dead stat. As his first FA Cup goal since 2013. He hasn't played in the FA Cup since 2013.
He's not been in the country, man. He's on.
Onside. Just so I've been banging on about their shape and how well they've done, like keeping their shape and stuff, and he goes and does that.
Clever little ball in by Moira, though.
Is what it is, to be sure. Is what it is, to be sure.
What is going on with that goalkeeper's kit, though?
Oh, it's not great.
Like, he doesn't know what colour it wants to be. It's like they've offered out the goalkeeping kits to
Oh, what's this?
And a patchwork quilt.
I think
it's Sanchez is fine. If he gets injured, we'll be fine. Obviously, I wish him well. but if he gets to come off, it's not a problem.
Especially our toilet has been as well. It's wicked. Bale should be scored against them. I know, but like if you have a look at the attempts that they've had, it's been they've been quite wasteful. I'm actually a bit disappointed that they weren't able to hold out just till half time. But still, I think they just need to crack on. Also, I'm disappointed when they didn't wait until half time as well. It's because I wanted to look on Spurs at half time at 0-0.
Moira's on another run. The Miller can get to that before it goes out. That's fine.
It's a good whip. There's Taganga getting up a little bit now. No. Let them have it, John. Let them have it, John.
Nah, he won't let nothing have it.
Oh, for the love of Jesus.
I know some refs that would have let that go.
Yeah, I probably would have.
Oh, we know you would have.
As soon as Spurs get it back.
You'd have had your Arsenal socks on at the time. You'd let them all go.
Nah, to be fair, I've actually done Arsenal v Spurs before. And as soon as I crossed that white line, under 18s, yeah. And as soon as I crossed the line, it's red versus white. I couldn't. It's my job. I'm not interested about club allegiance and that sort of stuff.
What age range do they start doing that cut off? Because there's that whole thing of you can't be involved in a game that was a.
It's not. Yeah, it's more once you get into the professional game as a referee. So
under 23s, you can still do it.
I was able to officiate on under 23s, yeah, but I weren't a pro ref, so it didn't really matter. So, but if I got pro, then that's why like Michael Oliver, he's never done a Newcastle game because he's outright and always said that he's a Newcastle fan. Yeah. And that's why, like, when Newcastle, let's say, like seasons when they've been knocking around relegation, he will get teams that are, like 10th and like in the top half. One, because he's a bloody good ref anyway, regardless of what anyone says. And two, because he's not, the game he is refereeing does not have any direct involvement with Newcastle. Yeah. So like, I can't remember who else went down with him last time they went down, but he wouldn't referee the others. Let's say for argument's sake, it was Sheffield United and Fulham. He wouldn't be able to do that game, even though it would be the biggest game of the weekend.
Yeah, but that's because it was.
Yeah, direct effect. Yeah. And he's never done Sunderland either. Same sort of reason.
Mate, if you've got a black and white shirt on, I don't think anyone wants to step into Sunderland.
I don't think anyone wants to step into Sunderland regardless of what kind of shirt you got on, to be honest.
Some proper rivalry up there, mate. Real rivalry.
Shithole, that's what it is. Nice stadium though. I did like Sunderland till I die though. That was pretty good.
I do like the
That's what
stadium.
lockdown did. Oh, it's
It's a lovely stadium.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I almost went one time, and thankfully I didn't because Arsenal got beat in the FA Cup up there. But I got offered a ticket the day before, and I was like, "Right, do you fancy it?" I was like, "Yeah," and then I was like, "What time are we going to get back though?" Because I'd work on the Sunday, and they were like, "Oh, you won't get back until about 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning, and you won't get back to Northampton. We'll actually drop you at the coachway in Milton Keynes. So then you've got to make your way back from Milton Keynes to Northampton." I was like, "Nah, allow that. I'll just go to Barrett's and watch it." And we lost 2-0. So saved myself a few quid and had myself some kip.
No, I saw a Spurs Sunderland game a few years back. I can't even think what year it was. It might have been like it was either like Harry Redknapp or Martin Yole kind of time. So we're going back a few years now. But it was a good stadium. It was nice. Just at the time, most of Sunderland was like Spurs reserves. They were just buying up all of our cast-offs at the time. They'd sort of taken over Fulham's mantle of buying off all of our cast-offs. And we don't really have a Spurs reserves anymore, but obviously you got you got Southampton's first team who aren't doing quite as well this season. I think they're fourth place now. Southampton's first team.
Because we didn't do much Premier League week this week. I didn't actually pay much. I don't pay much attention to the Premier League table. I do know that Villa hopped to 8th. I do believe. Where are Southampton? The old Sutton, are they 6th? But they're the 10th. What happened to them?
Yeah, and Liverpool.
Bloody hell!
Liverpool dropped off as well.
Oh yeah, we know Liverpool have. That's quite funny. I do quite
That's what I
enjoy
call
that.
Southampton's first team.
they're sort of giving up that mansion now, haven't they?
Well, I don't know. They're just waiting for the next one, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, there's talk that you might be getting Danny Ings, and if you do, I think, well, if there is interest, if Danny Ings goes there, that would be the worst move for his career.
Do you know what? I'm with you. I think if I look at it from a Danny Ings perspective, it's a bad move. I think it'll end the same way as it ended with him when he was over at Liverpool.
Well, it's not his fault at Liverpool. He had 2 cruciate ligament injuries, which kept him out. And like,
Again, it's game time.
Well, apparently, it's like a game time because he's out for 2 years.
Yeah, apparently, it would just get like a game time at Spurs because.
At Spurs, he would definitely get a lack of game time. But yeah, he won't play at Spurs, not for toffee.
Unless there's something that we all don't know about, and actually there's some kind of written deal somewhere that says if Spurs don't pick up a trophy this season, Kane, we will allow you to go wherever you want to go, and actually we'll take a Danny Ings in because
that's a different ball game altogether. I think City should just go balls deep and buy Kane. I'm not even lying, and that's not even to try and get nibbles or anything like that. I literally think that would be a brilliant move for City and for Kane as well. Kane wants to win trophies. He ain't going to win the league title at Spurs.
No,
you. I think you'll win the League Cup. I really do think you'll win the League Cup. Excuse me,
possibly.
But I can't see you winning the Europa League. If you do advance in this tournament, which I think you will, I can't see you winning the FA Cup. I honestly think it is going to be City who wins it.
I think we've got a chance with the Europa League.
Oh, you got a chance, but you won't win it because you'll be focusing on what's going on in the league too much. Your second string is struggling against Wycombe right now. Do you really think they'll be able to do this job against, AC Milan? Who else is knocking around in there? Shakhtar.
I don't think he'll do that. I think no Mourinho, he'll get to the point where he'll go, look, we ain't going to be challenging for a title in the Prem. Do you know what? Let's go and win a trophy and finish 5th. as opposed to worrying about finishing fourth or third. No, let's win a trophy rather than we got top four, but we got away with nothing.
Nah,
So
I just think these European sides they will know exactly how to play against you this year. If this was your, because this is pretty much the same sort of team as it has been for the last couple of years. If that was under Poch, I would fancy you more doing it. You're just so defensive minded that I can't see you sitting there soaking up pressure against some of the, like, there's some, as I said, there's a lot of decent sides knocking around in the Europa League. You know what I mean? So let's have a look at some. Let's have a look at some teams.
I disagree because actually under Poch, I don't think we would have done it because Poch categorically would never have prioritised the Europa League. And he's was always prioritising the league.
So you got
Italian style always left you open at the back.
So you got Bayer Leverkusen, you got Roma. Get through this, you can face English teams. So then there's Leicester, there's AC Milan, there's United, there's us to a degree, Ajax. I think you beat Ajax though. Shakhtar, they're tough. Napoli. Even Rangers have been playing some nice football. And Arsenal, if we don't get through, got there's Benfica, and Benfica could give you a bit of a job. I can't see
two legs.
Anyway,
over 2 legs, we should be going through against most of those sides. Over 2 legs, we should.
Nah,
we should.
I don't think you do. Over 2 legs. Right, so let's say all the favourites go through, for argument's sake. PSV, yes.
Yeah.
Leverkusen, no. Roman, Dynamo Zagreb, yes.
Yes.
Roma, no. Leicester, no. AC Milan, no. Man United, no. Club Brugge or Dynamo Kiev all day.
Yeah.
Ajax or Lille, yeah. Shakhtar, no.
I think
Napoli,
maybe yes.
Nah,
I think we'd lose away from home.
Yeah, and they'll probably slap a few away from home as well. And Spurs don't slap. Spurs don't slap at the moment. Napoli, do you? Hoffenheim, you don't know which Hoffenheim team's going to turn up, because some days you get Hoffenheim, the Hoffenheim team that will turn up and make Bayern Munich look like I don't know, just look like I don't know, Bristol City. But then you'll get the Bayern Munich team that have just won the quadruple over in Germany, including the including the Champions League as well. So Villarreal, that would be an awful game of football if you played against Villarreal. That would be a draw at home, draw away, because people banging on about Emery. When Arsenal were going through their real bad time, it's like, oh yeah, look at Villarreal under Emery. They're 19 games unbeaten. You seen how many games they've drawn this season?
Yeah, loads.
Out of the games, they played 20 games in the league so far. They've won 8, drawn 10, lost 2. They've drawn 8. Boring.
Emery takes to like, I think it was 2 European Europa League finals.
Yes.
So, again, defensive minded, but he gets the job. Oh shit!
What's your tipple?
I've gone for the Guinness now, but I've made an absolute mare of it.
Oh.
So it's spilt a bit too fast, and I'm now going. I think I might need to run and go get a cloth before it dribbles onto what is cream carpet.
Oh dear.
Guinness and cream don't work very well.
It doesn't work very well. Kev, he remembers Barrett's. So when he gets back, he'll be when we're allowed to travel again, I'm sure he'll fly over and get involved in that.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, no worries at all. You run off and go do your thing. So that was funny as shit. Sell until I die. It's like an episode of The Office. One about Michael. What's bumbling? Oh, mate, honestly, it was so insightful. And I honestly, there was only 1 or 2 bits that made me think you probably put that on, but the rest of it seems so damn real. Unlike the Spurs version of All or Nothing, where it's so staged, where watching Sky Sports News, Mourinho, and he says something, and they've cut swim, and he turns it off. It's like, you've done that for telly purposes. Whereas Sunderland Till I Die, I felt there was more realness to it. And you know what, right? I ended up feeling like I was getting attached to a lot of the people in it, especially when it come to people like, the chef, when she was cooking all the food and stuff, and they got relegated, and she was devastated because she might not keep her job and that sort of stuff. And I was like, I felt like I was part of that club. So the owners, man, absolute joke. The first season, the director of football, whatever his name is, I can't remember his name. He was a sick guy, man. I loved him. He was a proper sick guy, and he ended up losing his job. And I was like, oh, that's deep. And then these two guys ended up coming in, absolute cowboys, to try and run the ship. At no, man, not buying it at all. Spurs should go for Diego Costa.
He's out of contract, isn't he?
He's out of contract. He's just chilling, doing nothing right now. And Kane doesn't score in finals. Not good for City. Hey, I'll tell you what, he will score in finals for City. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that for nothing.
Tell me any striker that wouldn't score, any good striker that wouldn't score for City.
Gabriel Jesus.
Good striker.
What's our verdict on the best and worst player for each team in the first half? Good question. I personally, for Wycombe, I really like your big brute of a striker, man. Ikpeza. He looks dangerous. I want to find out how old he is. That's what I need to do, because if I could see him like bullying some people in the Premier League, 100%. Worst player, I can't really pick anyone up for being worse. I'll probably say Josh Knight. Josh Knight let me down a little bit. Højbjerg's coming on.
There we go. Called it.
Sad bastards. You absolute sad bastards. Yeah, I would say Josh Knight, just because he allowed Bale. He allowed Bale in. He was, just as I was given the narrative of how good they were defensively, he goes and does that. It's like, And for Spurs, best player on the pitch, I'll probably say in that first half is Lucas Moura. He's been up and down. He's been everywhere. And worst, despite him scoring the goal, Gav Mack.
Yeah,
and they've taken Tanganga off. They've taken Tanganga off.
Mate, it's got to be an injury.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's frigging Mourinho. That's the way he does things, isn't it? I can't believe that, man.
Look, the reshuffle was meant that Sissoko's dropped out to this right-hand side. And I know he's a bit of a utility player. He's a jack of all trades, but he's neither a proper right midfielder, nor really is he a right back. He's not even an advanced right-sided forward either. So it's a proper mixed match.
That's actually pissed me off. I'm not going to lie.
We said
I hate the way Mourinho treats players, man. I really hate it.
I'd have taken Harry Winks off and put Højbjerg on.
I wouldn't have brought Højbjerg on. What are you risking it for? You got a game on Thursday.
No, I'd have brought him on, because that midfield, despite the fact that Bale was scored, that midfield was just, it had gaps, it had holes, it was missing organisation. Højbjerg brings that on the pitch.
Tottenham Hotspur, and you are playing against Wycombe Wanderers.
Yep.
You should be worried about. You should be worried about these sort of things going on. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. But
Harry Winks plays Premier League football. He knows that. He knows well enough.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not a communication person in that midfield. He's not. And as we both said off, we've already said this, that we're not going to win the Premier League. We're not. Our chance to win the Premier League was when Leicester won it, and we blew it, and we finished third. This team is nowhere near as good. However,
look at him, absolute bully.
Could they win the League Cup? Could they go for the FA Cup? Yes, they could go for both of them. And in a cup, anything is possible. It's one game. Turn it on one game. The other team, maybe they don't have a good day at the office. Anything can happen. Anyone can beat anyone. So they've got to take it seriously.
Yeah, well, if you've got to take it seriously, then this whole team lineup is poor. You should be prioritizing the cup. Then you should be putting your strongest team out now, and then putting a couple of not kids out, but like a couple of fringe players against Liverpool on Thursday. You got Liverpool on Thursday, so why are you risking Højbjerg against a team that is so physical? Only takes one little nudge, and he's out for 3 weeks.
No,
And what
if it
do
was
you do
me,
then? You've got Brighton away, you got Chelsea, then you got West Brom, then you've got Man City.
yeah. But still, if it's me, you take one game at a time. I know you've got to think about with the upcoming fixtures to try and keep everyone fresh, but 45 minutes is not going to kill him, nor is it going to suddenly zap him of all of his energy. So
I think
I would have brought him on. I'd have made the same change. I just
think
wouldn't
it's
have taken
absolutely unnecessary. Don't like it. I do not like it. I'm not a big fan of Mourinho's certain Mourinho's tactics. To be fair, it's Jose show all the way. Yes, it damn right is. It is his. Oh, it's absolutely fried my brain. And Sunday it was a shit show from the start. Darren Gibson drunk in a pub. The first time it was a full naive, got mugged by Rodwell and Madger. Oh my god, Josh Madger. That whole deal was savage, savage stuff. Hey, look, Sunderland are a shit show, but the actual TV program of Sunderland Till I Die was bang on the money. That's what I'm saying on that one. Here comes Lamella. He's got Ben Davies running outside of him. Little decoy. There's...
Cuts in.
Go on then, son.
Oh! That's not bad from Moira.
I thought that was going to be one of them, one against Ajax. Ajax moment, last minute of the game. That lost me money, man.
Oh.
I had that game as a draw all day.
That last goal, I remember that half. I got in at half time. What was it? I think it was 3-0 down at half time. And I can remember sitting there going, we got no chance. Not a chance now. One goal goes in. All right. A little bit of hope. Second goal goes in. All right. Yeah, we're in this. We could actually do this.
Yeah, because at that stage,
we weren't playing well.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, what was it? Yeah. Oh, don't like that. Here comes Spuds again. That's a great run. Running along the line this time.
In fact, I can tell you exactly what happened with that. Oh!
Bale, man. He's just trying to do everything himself. He's trying to do absolutely everything himself.
Do more, though. He's got to do more. Like, you got to. With your reputation, with the ability that you have, he's got to do more. So at least he's trying it. He's not looking great, but at least he's trying.
Yeah, but you could do more by doing less.
I don't know, because he's done a lot the last few games and he hasn't done more.
No, but by doing less in terms of like, why go on that massive run and take a shot on yourself? He could have still received the ball and fed it off, created something. Moving in space, be a little decoy. You can do a lot less and be a hell of a lot more effective. But he's trying to be the king of the show. He's trying to be like, oh yeah, look at me, I'm Gareth Bale. I could take everyone on. I'm going to pretend that it is this is AC Inter Milan.
But I think they tried that with him. I think they tried that with him at the beginning of the season to say, look, you have not got to be the goal threat no more. You can just float around, drift off, and be the creator.
Yeah, but he weren't doing it.
It's not happened.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. He's not doing it. Why isn't he doing it? He should be doing it because he should be using his
for it, mate. He's not got mentality for it.
He should just retire. Save your legacy, man.
No,
just retire.
You retire that? If you've got 2 more years of £650,000 a week, would you retire? Would you just go?
Yeah, you get a nice. Yeah, just get your contract terminated. Get a payoff. Get me off your books. Just give me the money. Oh, you don't want to play me? Oh, I'll sit on the bench. Ursel the shit out of it.
Thing is, with his agent, I don't think he'd let him do that. His agent just goes, nah. Just if you don't really want to play, don't play.
Sack your agent. Easy, sack your agent.
He ain't going to sack him. He's had him all his life.
That was a good ball by Winks. Yeah, more has easily been your best player today.
Yeah. I like Lucas Moura. I really do. I think he's certainly something that we have that's different. People get on his back about the fact that he gives the ball away a lot, but he does. But that's because he's trying to do something and be creative, and you have to take a risk.
Mm.
And he's probably one of the few players that will actually take that risk. Try and take a man on. Try and run a dribble. Yeah, okay, it's not always going to happen. But when it does happen, it breaks down defensive lines.
I think I expected more from him though. And it's just he was so he basically told the defender, "This is what I'm about to do." There's a man down.
Another one down.
Well, luckily for them, it's 5 subs. But then that could be unlucky for them because of how many star-studded players that Spurs got on the bench.
Yeah, you could, if it stays at this scoreline, probably for another 10 minutes, I'd say 15 minutes tops. Then I'd expect to see Son, Kane, they'll both come on.
Please don't tell us like a twisted knee or something.
Wycombe have had some dreadful goalkeeping kits over the last few years.
Yeah, they've got a thing of it. I mean, weren't it
It's becoming their thing, isn't it?
Yeah, was it Wycombe who, when you did the top 5s?
Yeah,
And they had to put a couple of their shirts in there.
yeah, both goalkeeping kits. One was, in fact, last season's home and away was bad. They had that psychedelic pink number with the black dots that went all the way around the side.
Yes. Do remember.
But they've had a few that have been absolute, just horrendousness, and this one's up there.
It's not great.
Like, every time he stands up, it looks like he's got a traffic cone.
Or is that a bit of movement?
Deflection.
Oh, slipped over. That's what it was. What we got here? Second lot, even bigger fools. Oh, we're back on there, Sunderland until I die. I'm gonna watch it back. I'm gonna watch it back. Or I think let's do a third version. Maybe. Oh yeah. Yeah, fools. Heart was in the right place. Shame he had no sense. The man's wife. Oh yeah, she knew that there was money involved in that, because if you look at her and you look at my man, they didn't fit. I'm not believing that loving first sight or that sort of stuff, because when you see the pair of them, they aren't a match. It's as simple as that. They are not a match. It's as if like Susan Boyle was trying to move to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah," you know what I mean? It's like, no, we're not a match. She had, well, at the time she had money, but I wouldn't go with someone for money because that's just wrong. And the dark-haired guy trying to bring the club classic back. I used to be a DJ, yeah, when he had like, was it Sandstorm or whatever, when the players came out, and he was proper giving it all that sort of stuff in that as well. I was like, mate, what are you playing at? Oh look, Harry Kane's coming on. You absolute pussy holes you are. Honestly, Spurs are an absolute embarrassment. I need a good watch until I die later. You guys see the City or Leeds docs on Prime? No, I do. I have thought about watching the City one, but I might watch the Leeds one because it's when they're in the Championship, so it's a bit more real. And what we got here? I don't know what that says, but thanks for that. Okay, I'm going to put that back on. I'm going to translate this. It might be really offensive. It might be like offending everyone's family, or some stuff. Where's the option for detect?
Right, are we gonna translate and tell what the translation is before we decide if it's offensive or not?
Well, I don't know what language it is, so let's Google Translate.
I'm guessing the silent N on the G means it's
detect
African?
language. Spell it out to me. NGOMO.
NG.
Yeah.
space AJA space KERJA space PUKI space NI.
Say don't work this pussy. I just said it. There you go.
Work out what language it was in.
What language is it? It's in Malay. So there you go. I can speak Malay now.
Well,
Deal with that.
no, you can just turn up to a football match and hurl one line of abuse.
Yeah, and I could also sit in my dressing gown. So it's just a case of doing what I want. Right, go on then. What's Spurs -2? Because if you bring Kane on, Spurs are 2-5.
What's that for a second goal for a 2-1 win?
To win the game. Where's the handicap?
With Kane being on,
Spurs over
3-1
2.5 goals. That's fine. That would be enough for me. Oh. Well, that's pretty much even.
Nice turn there. Lovely to know, Bale. He'll mess it up next. Don't worry. Oh, Harry Kane. Jesus.
So yeah, Spurs scored 2 more goals, 5-4 out of that. Bet responsibly, boys and girls, of course. BeGambleAware.org.
Harry's made one challenge and already he's made a horrendous mess.
You've brought on Harry Kane and Højbjerg against Wycombe, against bottom of the Championship, Wycombe.
You will see Son. 100% Son's coming on.
That's a great whip.
He's going to keep cranking it up. The question is, how long is Bale going to last before he literally hauls him off? He ain't going to get no pat on the head, well done, and a big hug.
I don't like how he scapegoats players, though, man. Jose.
He's always done it, though.
I know.
think a lot of it's a psychological test. It's are you a fighter, and are you going to, lead, or are you going to crumble? And if you're going to crumble,
quite narcissistic. It's quite.
Oh, it's massively narcissistic.
It's quite evil.
Yeah, but it's worked. I'm not saying it's right.
So it's right. So it's okay. It's okay to be a narcissist if you get a result.
No.
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 I've come Bloomfield. Skipper Bloomfield. He's given the armband to Charles, who's coming on in his place.
In life, narcissistic behaviour is not okay. But you know what? I'd probably go as far as to say in the Premier League, narcissistic behaviour is encouraged. Look at Chelsea. Look at Watford. I mean, they go through more managers than what I eat packets of crisps.
Oh, man, Gav McCleary, didn't he turn up? Was he at Reading? Oh, they just said it on the telly, yeah. Long career at Reading. I was going to say.
Money ultimately makes you really very selfish and very single-minded, and it reduces the level of empathy and care that you have.
Yeah, but they've all got it. So it's not like it's just one person above everyone else with all the money in someone else. Go on, Gav.
They've all got it. But the higher up they go and the more that money matters, the more you get that narcissistic behaviour. It's like Chelsea. I mean, look at them. Every manager gets 12 to 18 months. That's just their cycle.
But no, they do that in order to maintain success, and it's worked. 17 managers in 18 years, and how many league titles? They've got more league titles than anyone else in that time period. They've won a Champions League. They've won a Europa League.
But most of their trophies were still won by the same manager. If you look at the bulk of it, so it's not really work.
They won 3 Premier Leagues under Mourinho. They won 1 under Ancelotti, 1 under Conte. They won the Champions League under Di Matteo. They won the Europa League under Rafa Benitez. People forget that.
Yeah.
I might use that as a quiz question one day. And they won under. He was just like standing, weren't he? And then Sarri won the Europa League as well.
Yeah. But that's not what they really craved. What they wanted was the Premier League.
Yeah, but that Europa League got them guaranteed into the Champions League. And it's a European trophy. It's a major European trophy. You all take the piss out of it over here in this country, but every other country takes it seriously. And that's when I'll go back to what I was saying earlier about like Spurs. Will they beat anyone in the Europa League? I don't think they will. I think that I think it will be more so from the other teams that you're going to be facing. I can't see you doing stuff.
I think we'll do all right. I think we'll do all right in the Europa League. Jury's out whether or not we could win it, but we should certainly be in with a shout of challenging for it.
AC Milan, I think, will go and do everything they can to win that tournament because they're currently top of Serie A. They're having a lovely time.
Yeah,
and they want trophies.
Zlatan's still banging them in.
Which will take Zlatan's still banging them in. But what will piss me off more about that is that it's fucking Ivan Gazidis, isn't it? Oh, that's nice.
Is that where he went?
Yeah.
He left Arsenal and went over to Milan.
Not a fan of him at all.
Didn't Milan sign another veteran player quite recently on a free transfer?
From Arsenal?
Not from Arsenal. I want to say it was another kind of 35, 36-year-old.
Can't think. What we got down here? Yes, very true. But a glimpse. That's Kev's actual team. You know what I mean? A bit like me and Palermo. I'm Arsenal and Palermo. And Kev is Bodo and Wycombe. Here he comes. Here comes. Oh my God! You are what a bunch of embarrassing. Oh my God, man! Allow Spurs.
You could just put your money on right now. I'd send to you 65 minutes. He'll crank it up again, and it'll be Heung-min Son. I might as well get my crystal ball out.
There's a lot of people there, isn't there? They can't all be pressers.
Nah, one's gonna be a T-boy. T-boy, kit man, boot man, shirt man, short man.
In the exec boxes, look like there's quite a few people in some of the boxes at the top.
A lot of the championship clubs have been doing that though. They've been letting people come back into the boxes.
Yeah, but it's full lockdown, Buck. you can't even go to Costa. Not that you'd want to. Oh, that's a nice little knockover.
He's just telling me member staff. Just live in the box.
Spurs are so shit, man. They're not. They just play shit football. It's not inspiring at all.
No, it's not. It's Mourinho. But every fan that's had Mourinho at their club have all said the same thing. Man United fans were saying it, what, 12 months, 18 months, 2 years ago? Yeah, we've won. Yeah, we've done it. But actually, it's boring to watch.
Yeah, what was it? Yeah, it was actually coming to 4 years ago when he went there. Because he won the Europa League in 2017. Oh, Winks. That's a basic ball. That is a basic ball.
We get to this summer. Mourinho gets the sack or leaves.
No, because this is year 2.
Yeah, but he never makes year 3.
Yeah, he does part of year 3, then comes disillusioned. He will be there in a third season.
Nah.
Yeah, 100%. He will definitely be there in the third season.
So the domino
All he has
effect
to do is complete this season and then start next season. He'll be there at the start of next season.
He'll complete the season. Harry Kane would have won nothing. Kane will leave. Mourinho will then want the money. Daniel Levy will say, no, you can't have all the money.
Yeah, you can have some, but you have to wait till transfer deadline day before it goes through.
Yeah, Mourinho will then throw off a massive hissy fit. And then he's gone.
Yeah, so he'll start the third season.
Nah, that'll blow up long before the end of the transfer window.
Nah, definitely not. He'll be there. That's what he does. He will always be there as part of the third season.
So who would you look at that would actually let's look? What managers are out there that are achievable for Spurs? Assuming Mourinho throws a hissy fit.
There you go. Easy.
That's a hole.
Yeah.
Would you gamble on Eddie Howe?
No, he's a shit manager. The only reason why people love him is because he's English and he's young. They would not be giving him the time of day if he wasn't English and he wasn't young.
There was talk for a while that he was going to get given a job at Arsenal, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And they were looking at him as a long-term replacement.
Yeah, it got quashed very quickly. He's been linked with loads of young jobs, and then I heard his name getting bandied about with Newcastle the other day. It's like, come on, man. You got things bad enough as it is anyway.
You don't want to go to Newcastle.
Yeah, and I'm not being funny. There's Bournemouth players that you've got there which left Bournemouth, and that it was part of me makes you wonder why they left Bournemouth when Bournemouth were a Premier League side, and Newcastle were in the Championship. So what's that tell you? Do you know what I mean? Oh, that's warm. Let's pop that down there.
Oh, that's a late one. Play on though.
Hit that, dare you?
Go on, cat. Oh!
I thought it was offside, to be fair.
At least he hasn't ripped his hamstring trying to do it.
Well, this is what I'm talking about. Why put your players at risk?
Yeah.
That's awful. I thought Kane was offside, if I'm honest. That's better from Allsop, though. He's done really well. Let's have a look. Oh, he's miles on. Miles on.
Massively on.
Also, Allsop's had a very inspired game today. Second half, look at that. Pumping.
I can't believe Bale's still on the pitch.
I know. Peso has literally just been bullying around the pitch all game. John Moss is like, oh, calm down, stop being so hard. And he's like, stop pretending these lot be such pussies. Yes, Bayo. Bayo's coming on. Peso, he is 25 years old.
Really?
Yes. There's time for him. He's from Bedford.
Blimey. It's a local boy. Well, near enough local.
Local enough, yeah. Beast mode.
I can remember going the seasons when Akin Fenwa was over at Cobblers. I remember watching a couple of games when I went down there with Rob, and to watch a player of his size have such good technical feet
I'm taking him off. I don't think that. Personally, I don't think they should have taken it Paisley off. I think they should have gone, straight up, 2 banks of 4, 2 up top, and had Ikpeazu and Bayo. Just 2 beast tank bastards.
How old's Bayo
When he
now?
comes up for it.
In his 30s, isn't he? Late
Bayo,
30s.
who's he, 38, 39?
Still doing it at that level at 38 or 39 is impressive.
He is 38 years old.
Oh!
Oof. Spurs.
They're creating a lot more chances, but they're wasteful in front of goal.
Yep. Son, this is
Very
Son,
few
mate.
of them are on target.
Doing this. It was never going to go in. Like the way he shot that, it's sort of like the inside of his foot, so it's always going to be curling away. Oh, what a flick! Oh my god, thought I was going all the way through. Don't want to keep that in. There he goes. That's the energy. Look at the energy. And he, oh god, and nothing else off the back of it.
It's that weight of that pass. It's just too heavy. It's just so sloppy. I get they're trying to play with some intensity now and attack the game, but they're forcing errors in themselves rather than actually forcing errors in the other team.
Yeah. Like it's not like Wycombe aren't actually bringing themselves into the game. It's all done off the back of silly stuff from Spurs.
Yeah.
But look how the first goal came along. That was just poor defending, letting the ball bounce around and stuff. In the first place, from the throw-in. Excuse me.
Okay, so go back to your point you made earlier. So you sell your 2 best players and you rebuild the squad. So Harry Kane and Heung-min Son.
Yes.
2 best players by a mile. 1, how much would you get for him? And 2, could you actually rebuild the squad?
Yeah, you sell them. You probably get in nowadays COVID times. You'll get between 150 and 200 for the pair. And there's a lot of talent in some top leagues around the world, and just go raid that. You are still Tottenham. You have still got money. Oh, hello. Oh, Davinson Sanchez with a good bit of defending.
Someone else was holding his strings at the time.
Bloody hell. Oi, Wycombe have actually done all right in this game.
Done well.
I just realised that tongue is on as well.
They're still trying to play. It's not that they're so much sitting back and saying, right, we're going to defend this, because they're not, because they're immediately looking to break out forward.
Look at the touch. Oh, Gareth McCleary, he's absolutely shagged that.
It's not quite a press from Wycombe, but it's good that they're actually not standing inside their own half. They're actually trying to put some pressure on the Spurs back line not to play.
Kane. Whip. Gareth Bale, man. It's so annoying that Gareth Bale got the equaliser. He's been so poor.
What if he got the second as well?
Ugh.
Oh,
Like I was going to say, a lot of people are moaning. I'm trying to work out who's moaning for what.
no, there's nothing in that.
No.
Not for me. Nah. Nothing in
Not for
anything.
me. Not for me.
There's nothing in the block prior to the Kane run. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with Kane's challenge on the goalkeeper either.
I can't see Spurs scoring
I can see
before
penalties.
90 minutes.
I can see pens.
No, it won't go as far as pens. The Wycombe legs ain't going to be able to handle that. They'll crumble in extra time. Go on, Bayo, son. Oh, God. Wait, I'll tell you what, right? Bayo just come into like some mad, like in the whole creative shit against Tottenham. A pretty much full strength Tottenham team right now. And this is Wycombe.
You keep reminding me of that.
I know, because
Less goals
it needs
this
to be
time than when
done.
we last played. Let's be fair.
What's that?
Less goals this time round than what it was last time we played.
Weren't you like 2 or 3-0 down?
3-0 down.
And come back to win 4-3?
Yep.
Bale.
Or was it 3-0 when we took it to a replay?
No, I don't know. Did it go to a replay? I don't go to a replay.
We're definitely miles behind though.
Yeah. All right, it's got to be a good delivery. What the? Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh my God.
Oh mate.
Oh my God, Spurs fans, what are you saying? What are you saying? Because we're not being funny.
Yeah.
What's that?
So Winks said.
You said Winks?
Yeah.
Well, he's not. No, he's not. He's not a normal regular first team starter. So no is the answer to that. No, Winks has to stay.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
And like, I don't care. Like Spurs fans, you come at me and be like, "Oh yes, we are."
Oh mate, Sonny.
Oh yeah, we're still in the cup, and Arsenal got knocked out. Yeah, we lost against Southampton. Southampton put out a strong lineup. Southampton are doing all right this season. Yeah, you're struggling against Wycombe. I have to reiterate. I have to. Oh. Have to, man.
Need to get the job done here. I'm looking at it going, hit the post. Concede an early goal, shot after shot, and not really hitting the target. I'm seeing penalties and potentially a cup upset.
It would be absolutely hilarious.
If we don't score in 90 minutes, I'm saying Wycombe will knock us out on penalties.
I love your optimism.
Mate, I've seen us concede way too many goals late on when it matters.
Yeah, but this is the new Spurs. This is new Spurs. Like this is meant to be Tottenham Hotspur, meant to be like all conquering. You top of the league at one point in the season, so if we meant to be going on and win the league, you know what I mean? Like, and now it's like, oh, you know, we might be able to squeeze past Wycombe, and it's like 3 weeks later. The same Spurs that were the better team against Liverpool. Lol.
Oh,
go on then. Oh, Tanguy. Tanguy went with the same style, like finish as he did the other day, innit? But it's just wrong angle. He's too square.
What do you make of his season so far?
Tanguy, he's a good player.
Yeah.
Good player. League Two. Oh, don't do them disservice too much. They were a Championship side, but they were only League Two a couple of years back. So you know, don't do them too much disservice. I see them struggling against Chorley at this stage, though. I'll be honest with you. Oh. Oi, go on, Spurs.
What?
Go on, wide left. There you go. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Oh, Grimmon's winning himself a throw in. He's now like chill, man. Just keep it easy. Oh, yeah, there's another FA Cup game, isn't there? Yeah, Bournemouth Crawley. But, yeah, I'll watch the Arsenal get beat again by Southampton tomorrow.
What, just to relive it?
Yeah, man. Just enjoy himself. No, I'll just watch the AFC Championship game again, just make myself feel better. I stayed up for that. And it's worth every moment. Absolute boys. Just hope we could do it against frigging Tom Brady. I can't stand Tom Brady.
He must be 40 now, mustn't he?
43.
Jesus. And what's this, like staring down the barrel almost of another Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough game. Like Bucks haven't been there for what 18 years or whatever it was. Chiefs were there last year, so and Andy Reid after the Super Bowl last year, they were like, "What's your plans for next season?" sort of thing. It was like to be here again next year and lifting the trophy again. And it's like it's all good saying that, but now that he's there, it's like, whoa. It stood by his word. So please, can you actually do it? Can you lift it again? I'll tell you what, man. Honestly, I'm going to get so mashed up if we win. Yes, Rob, how are you, pal? Hoping Bayo bags a late goal. We are all hoping Bayo bags a late goal. And it was said early doors that it might be a 2-1. So we're hoping for that, mainly for Kev's purpose. I imagine him going out and having a few if that happens as well.
I wonder what odds he got on 2-1. Did he back himself?
I don't know. You don't back it, do you? You just say it, don't you? You're too scared to bet on your own team in that situation, don't you? Just bet on the opposition. If it comes good, it comes good.
Do you know what my best bet ever was?
Go for it.
I was sitting in, I think I was in a Chiquitos or TGI Friday, something like that. And it was back when England were playing Portugal. I think it was 2002 World Cup.
No, we've been 06.
06.
We played in Euros 2004 and World Cup 2000 and what? No, it was 2000. Was it? Yeah, it was 2006. Yeah, it's 2006. Yeah, 2002 we lost to Brazil, didn't we?
And I literally called that game, and I got the score right.
That's a ball.
And that it would go to extra time. Oh, and that we would get knocked out.
Gareth Bale not be able to put it on. Oh, good hit. Barry Winks.
So I called the extra time. I even called us getting knocked out on penalties.
Well, what? So you literally put the whole bet on?
The whole lot.
Good effort. Oh, he's onside. He's onside. How disappointing. No, this is a defeat for football. This. No one's happy about it. Not even Spurs fans are happy about it. Spurs fans are a bit like embarrassed by it.
I'm not happy the fact that 2 goal scorers are Harry Winks, who's not had a great night, and Gareth Bale, who's been equally toilet.
Gareth Bale's been so dead. It's unreal. Well, go on then, Spurs. Put it to bed then.
No, he's going to shoot here and it'll get blocked. Oh!
It's goal. Oh, perfect. Perfect for me as well. I had 5-4, didn't I?
On a 3-1?
No, over 2.5 Spurs goals. Perfect. I don't deserve this, though. No way. Two in 2 minutes. I do not deserve that. Oi, I feel for you. I feel for you, Kev. Good night, he says. Gute Nacht, mon frère. Gute Nacht.
No, Spurs don't.
Winks, I thought it was one of your own.
Nah.
Oh, you're deep.
Nah.
You're deep. Here's what it is. Boring. Excuse me, but at least they came good. The Glazer. Do you know? I don't actually. I'm not quite sure. Do the Glazers own Tampa Bay Buccaneers? I'm not sure. That's good to know. Oh, look at this. Oh, I'll bring one of the kids on. Nah, allow Tottenham, man. Oh no, that's Rodon, isn't it? I'll let him off.
Oh, Davis has picked up a knock. Tanganga will be playing left back at the next game.
No, he won't. No, he won't. He'll play Lucas there or Son there or something.
No, he won't.
Do you know what I mean?
Got more chance of him playing Danny Rose there. And that ain't never going to happen.
What? Do you think John is above average length for a fake taxi, mate? What? Don't know, pal. Don't know. But was not fair. How can Mourinho win? It's so boring to watch. Oh, poor Kev. Oi, Kev, don't worry about it, mate. Your boys won the league. Your boys won the league. Don't worry about it. You know. Yeah, pray they win. Are you not a drop? No, I don't want the Bucks to win at all. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I need them to win. I do not want the Bucks to win that game. Not at all. We're doing a live watch along for that as well, by the way. We're doing that via the I didn't change the score number in that one. Oh, stop clicking on it. So we're doing that via the Football Dugout channel. So make sure you tune into that. Starting at 11 p.m.
Oh.
Don't bother scoring again. That's not fair. Yeah, don't score again. And I wish this was like Germany as well, where they'd be like, look, it's 90 minutes. The game's done. Let's blow the whistle. Yeah. No, we're going to put you through it for another 3 minutes. I do feel for them.
They've not.
Oh yes, Spurs Everton.
They haven't deserved a 3-1 win, Spurs.
No,
they really haven't. Yes, I've created a lot of chances, but actually, in terms of the number of chances they've hit on target, the number of times they've actually tested the goalkeeper, they have not deserved 3-1 win.
I do not like these corner routines. Oh, that's got to be the ball game, really. I can't see anything happening in the next 2 minutes.
No.
Who are they giving man of the match to? Winks.
No, give over.
Harry Winks got man of the match. Oh my lord. Oh, he didn't want that.
That's painful.
He did not want that.
It's painful. No way. The change that made the difference in this half was bringing on Højbjerg.
Yeah, it's made a difference. But you got Liverpool on Thursday, man.
That's Thursday's a long.
You should be putting games like this to bed.
Well, we have now.
No, but in the first half, no, you shouldn't need to rely on your stars to do it. Really shouldn't be.
I'm agreeing with you. However, we've all seen FA Cup defeats and FA Cup upsets before.
Yeah, but you're Tottenham Hotspur and Jose Mourinho and Dom.
Oh,
that's a nice
Tangy.
finish. That's a nice finish.
Tangy.
That is nice. Look, Marino don't even give a shit. Look at him, just sitting there.
There's all sorts of nice about this finish from Tangy here.
Oh, yeah.
Great touch, steps in, both feet off and on each foot before the shot. Look, bang, bang. And there's the hit.
Oh, it's a little deflection. Yeah, fair. Højbjerg, man of the match. He has made a difference. He has been a difference maker this game. I'll probably say, I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably go with that. To be fair, Højbjerg.
The only reason they wouldn't have given it to him is because he's only been on for 45 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, I think it is, mate. I think it is. He's young, he's English, he's played 90 minutes, scored. So I don't think he's actually done anything which makes you think, oh yeah, good on you, Winks. One player definitely wasn't going to get it was Gav Mack. No, not at all. Don't Tottenham have any strikers that can score? Hey, they're playing Liverpool on Thursday, so they might might find a way. Liverpool have been leaky. So yeah, we'll see. Find out what happens with that. Excuse me. Well done, Tongi. Well done, Tongi. So yeah, that's the ball game. That is the ball game. Thoughts on that?
I think it made hard work of it, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard work of it. First 45 minutes, I'd argue we were probably lucky to come in at half-time at 1-1. I think Wycombe deserved really to be coming in at half-time at 1-0 up. Second half, for me, the introduction of Højbjerg makes a huge difference to the control in that midfield and the ability to actually now start to get some communication out to the team so that they can enable them to play the way they normally would play. They ramped it up, brought Son on, Kane again, all the big names starting to make a difference, showing that there's still a big gap in class between where Wycombe are at the minute and where Spurs are. But we made hard work of that, and we didn't need to. And the scoreline flatters us.
Yeah, definitely. I think Wycombe have got a lot of positives to take from this. I do worry about the injury to Jacobson. Because if that is hamstring, is going to be out. I don't know whether it's a pull or a tear. If it's a pull, hopefully he'll be back in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah. But Wycombe have got some real big fixtures that they've got to try and negotiate over the next few weeks, including teams that are not just there's promotion chasing teams that are vying for the Premier League, and there's also a few teams that are in and around where they are as well. So it's not looking good for them at the moment. As I said before, Wycombe are currently bottom of the league. They are 10 points from safety, and it's not looking great for them. Sheffield Wednesday are above them. Wycombe are currently on 15 points from 23 games. Sheffield Wednesday are second bottom on 19 points. Rotherham, they are in 22nd on 20 points, and then you've got Derby and Forest on 25 points. It's just not looking good for them. But if they do play this way, there is every chance that they'll be able to get some form of momentum. Hey, look at Luton Town last season. This stage of the season, they were dead and buried. I think they were 9 or 11 points shy, and they ended up surviving. And this year, they're knocking around mid-table. So anything could happen.
I'm pretty sure Luton beat Norwich. Or did they lose to Norwich? I'm sure they beat Norwich.
What, this season?
Home. Yeah.
I'm not sure. Norwich have been a bloody good side so far as well this season. They're knocking around up there in the Championship. I'm pretty sure that they will be back. But it's normally a team that it has a bit of momentum, isn't it? So I would be looking at those teams that are in and around, from ninth down to 12th, 13th, and just watch out for a couple of those teams. Just pick up 2, 3 wins on the bounce. And it normally just allows them to crack on and crack on. They squeeze into the playoffs and they just cause all form of havoc. It's happened before. I can see it happening again. What we got there? We've seen that one. Very much a United performance, pathetic for most of the game. In 10 minutes, better playing well to win the game. Yes. yes, definitely. And Kev, thanks for the watch along. When Tottenham stole the win, it's been good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. No worries at all. Now, you can of course subscribe to our bits and bobs. We are on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram and Twitch at Top Football on all social media. You can, if you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, anyone who's watching, that would be great, because we are on that mission to try and get to the 1,000, and it'd be absolutely glorious if we could. The channel is based off of football fans that are trying to deliver football for you, irrespective of whatever team you support. So it doesn't matter whether you are a Spurs fan, which can be unfortunate for some. I understand that, Buck. It's not.
I know.
I feel your pain.
Mate, it really is.
You could be an Arsenal fan. You could be a Bolton fan. It doesn't matter. If you're a Bolton fan, we probably aren't going to talk about you as much, because we do tend to focus on the Premier League and on the Bundesliga. Excuse me. So if you do have an interest in either of those two leagues in particular, by all means, give us a follow, give us a shout. What else is there? There's a few shows happening this week. We've got 2 shows that are audio only, and that is one show where me and Cotton just sit there and chat shit. It's available on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, wherever you listen to your podcast. So keep an ear out for that. That'll be available from Friday lunchtime-ish sort of thing. And then we've also got a Friday lunchtime show where we are reviewing the midweek fixtures of the Premier League. Visual, we also have a mid-season preview, a mid-season review of the Premier League to see how badly they got their decisions at the beginning of the season as to where teams would be ending. And on Wednesday, you'll be able to catch me on the Football Dugout page with Devo London, of course, and Flo Wolfram for the Bundesliga review show. So there you go. Plenty action that's happening for 2 up top. And also, how can I forget, the next watch along that we'll be doing is on Saturday evening, Arsenal versus Manchester United. Can Arsenal do the double over Manchester United for the first time since 2006? We'll find out. We'll see. We will see. But have you got any closing points?
I think you've sold them all, mate. I think the closing points for us is, are Spurs going to carry on being Spursy? Most likely, yes.
Yeah. Yes, they are, because that's what Spurs do. And once again, you can follow us on all social media at Top Football, on YouTube, Twitter, Google Play. Google Play for the audio, Instagram and Twitch. And did you know if you put Top into Google, our name comes up first? Well, now you do. But for myself, Gav Mack, and Steve Buck, thank you very much, and goodbye. Southgate out.